Sometimes there's a point where it comes to you having to play things on your turn and then hoping that it just makes it through. Well, instant speed can help you with that. Vidal Alchemist's Refuge, and Leyline of Anticipation can help you get to the point where you can play things on your opponent's turn and do it during their instep or play it during their turn if it's a critical sorcery. And this can help level up your game and level up your deck in the greatest of ways by being able to evade, by playing a big spell or a big creature that you need it to go around the whole table. You can just play it at the end of your opponent's turn. You can have it to where you can hold up mana and you have a counter spell or something like that. And if nothing goes down, you can play a card that can help you get a little bit further ahead at the end of someone's turn while everybody's mana's down. This is the abilities of cards that normally happen in blue, but being able to put that in a multitude of decks is important. So I'm going to give you a bunch of cards that let you do such a thing. Play it in instant speed, play it at your opponent's instep, so that you can also be a threat without playing a slower deck, making your deck just a bit faster, a bit more evasive, giving your deck that counter punch. So let's get into it. So Vidal Orrery is the base of it. Vidal Orrery just says you may cast cards as though they have flash. That's the baseline. That's all that it does. This is the point of the video. So there are cards like this that fit into any deck. And let me go through those cards right now. Winding Canyon is a card that lets you tap it for a colorless mana, or you can pay 2, tap it, and you can play creatures as though they had flash. This lets you play your Consecrated Sphinxes, you can play your Commander, you can play things that help you get a little further ahead like a Oracle Modiah or a Seedborn Muse. You can also use it as defense. If someone attacks you, you can throw your big creature with an awesome effect like a Runescar Demon and block it and then get the effect. You can throw out something that can just be a big solid monster on the field and do it at instant speed so they lose their creature even though you were wide open. And you get to be ahead by 1 creature. You get to do whatever that ability of the creature that you just played has and be safe, save you some life. This next card is amazing. It's called Emergent Zone. And this card is just great because it's like having a little mini Vidal Orrery. The only thing is you have to sacrifice it. It's for 1 mana, sacrifice it. You may cast spells this turn as though they had flash. That's it. For 1 mana, you get that ability. You can use that when it's most critical. You can do it in a life-threatening moment. You can do it whenever you are trying to react to something or play something out during the end of your opponent's turn. If you can reoccur lands, if you have Crucible of Worlds, then this card is amazing because you can do that over and over and over again. So being able to play cards like this repeatedly is like you just have cards that have flash for 1 mana. So I think that's incredibly important. It's a uncommon. So being able to get this card is not that hard. You can take it and put it in every single one of your decks and it'll be fine. I would put this over being able to have no maximum hand size because every deck doesn't have draw power and a lot of people aren't playing group hugs nowadays. If your deck has blue, then look no further than Alchemist's Refuge. That is the magic of this card. Just being able to play cast anything without having to worry, and all you have to do is pay 2 is just amazing. As long as it's a non-land card, you're good to go. So things like this will help a ton with your decks, especially when you have a ton of draw power and you can just shoot these out every turn. Combining these cards with cards like Seedborn Muse, RIP, Prophet of Crufix, you will definitely be missed. Oh my god. It's like just yesterday. I was able to have flash and be able to play my spells so well. What was I? Oh yeah, Seaborn Muse. So cards like this will help you get your lands in a proper place. Basically, it untaps all of your lands during your opponent's turn to where you could just be casting stuff over and over and over again. And if you have draw power, then you'll be able to cast stuff, play stuff during one person's turn. It's like you have multiple turns doing their turns, and then you're just worlds of ahead. So combining that with this enchantment, which is the Ley Line of Anticipation, which is the exact same thing as Vidalcan Orrery, then you, sir, have it at the beginning of your turn and the beginning of the game, and you are just there. You are in a solid place to be at. So look for another card called Awakening. It helps untaps everyone's lands, but it doesn't matter if your package is to bring everything out during your opponent's turn. It doesn't really matter. If they have a lot of counter spells, well, you're probably throwing out so many things that they can't keep up with the counter spells anyway. You have so many turns they can't stop them all. Am I right? Blue decks, you can't stop them all? Oh dear God, they can. So these cards are here to help you be ahead of the game. So I wanted to give you guys so much of that information because being able to play things at flash speed is so important, and it can help you get around of a lot of strategies. So thanks so much for jamming out. Much love. I'll check you guys later.